Recording. Okay. Right.
Got my glass of wine.
Got my glass of wine. Well, let me get mine.
My vino.
Cheers.
Cheers, Daddy.
To the first episode of No Judgement Zone podcast.
What was the pie you came out with?
Firstly, who the fuck are you?
Hang on, I was about to say the slogan. Don't get ahead of yourself. Where we judge with our unsolicited opinions or something. What did you...
Oh yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember.
The podcast where we discuss your questionable behaviour and give our... Oh, my American accent's so bad. The podcast where we discuss your questionable behaviour and give you our unsolicited opinions.
No Judgement Zone. Do.
Your thing was no judgment zone.
No Judgement Zone. We're cutting all of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Bibi. Most people call me Goose.
Yeah.
So we can just call me Goose. I live in London. An actor sometimes.
You are an actor.
Yeah. You
and
know
a
what?
Playwright.
Yeah.
And a director.
Oh, let's not go that far.
Well.
And a writer. Oh wait, no, we said that. Yeah, currently, that's about it. I'm 26, going on 27, so
We don't need to speak about that.
we don't talk about that.
My name's Olivia, also known as Liv, also known as Weave.
Mm-hmm.
Bibi's kind of... You and Phoebe are the only people that call me Weave. And Weave, let me give you a backstory. Weave came from... My mother was a childminder back in the day.
My mother.
And oh my God, Bibi's cat is here and he just came out from under the bed and actually scared the life out of me. I feel like he wants to leave.
Okay, one sec. Quick break.
Okay. But yeah, my mum was a childminder and this little boy that she looked after, he was so cute. And he couldn't say my name, so he called me Weave-wa. And then we were like, hey.
Weave. Hey, Weave-wa.
Weave-wa. And it just stuck. Anyway, boring. But yeah, that's me, Olivia. Musician, kind of. Also living in London, also 26. But we don't talk about that. And we wanted to start this podcast because we are like the oldest of oldest friends.
Yeah.
Since like 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah. You were 3, I was 4.
Met in a sandpit. Rest was history.
The rest is sweet history.
And we used to make actually a lot of like skits and YouTube videos when we were in our teens, which I then told people to take down because I was really embarrassed. We then resurfaced it recently and posted our Twilight parody on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Went viral. 1,000,000 views, baby.
1,000,000 views.
So we were like, God, we're just so funny. We need to start a podcast.
Yeah. Just like every other best
just like
friend
every
out there.
other, yeah, literally. So yeah. The nature of this podcast is we're going to talk about different people's wild stories, confessions.
We're going to take ourselves out of the Twilight parody box.
Yes.
And we're going to reinvent.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're known for.
Yeah.
By 1 million people. So now it's time to branch out. Start judging some people rather than they judge us.
Well, no judgment zone.
No, not judging. Whoops.
But like, kind of.
Get the memo.
But like, you know, discussing other people's crazy, wild stories, giving ours. Basically, we're always discussing our own embarrassing things to make it known that, you know, we're all human. And we all have our shit.
Yeah.
Which actually leads me on very well to my embarrassing story of the week. Which is how we decided that we're going to start every episode is, if it's not of the week, it's of recent times or childhood or whatever. It doesn't matter too much. But I thought about this because on my way here on the bus, I was telling Goose this earlier, I felt really sick. Motion sickness, low blood sugar, all that kind of thing. And I was like, God, I had a really like sicky week. I felt sick earlier this week. And I then remembered about why. And then I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. We should talk about this. Or as in like, I should like out myself. And that can be the beginning of the podcast. So basically, I was sitting on the toilet doing the morning poo. Straight in. And I was naked because because it was first thing in the morning, literally woke up and was about to go in for a shower. And I was like, oh, it's time. Sit down, do my business. And then I just start like looking at my legs. And like, you know, just like having a little inspect of my legs while I'm sitting there doing a poo. And then I noticed like this kind of like weird vein on the back of my leg. And like, it was nothing abnormal about it, but just like it was like a bit more like bulgy.
A prominent vein.
A prominent vein. And I was like looking at it, and then I just started thinking about like varicose veins and like all that kind of stuff. And I'm basically an extremely squeamish person, but veins are my particular thing where I'm like, veins make me feel so sick. So then I was like,
did you pass out on the
holy
loo?
shit, I'm gonna fucking pass out. So I then had to like, I felt like I was sweating, I was hot, and I've passed out many a time in science class in school, I'm sure you remember. Got concussed once, had to go to hospital.
Every time you've gotten a piercing.
Yeah. Getting a tattoo,
out.
getting a piercing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna pass out. So I'm like slowly crawling off the toilet because I'm like, holy shit. And I just like lie on the floor, like curled up in a ball, like breathing really like slowly, trying to get my trying to like calm down, and like putting my like arms on the tile walls to cool down. And I'm just like lying there. It was like 7 a.m. and I'm butt naked, and I'm just like, what is life? So that was my embarrassing story of the week.
That is brilliant. But you didn't pass out.
No, because I know it's happened enough times now that I know the warning signs. And I was like,
don't look at your legs. Don't look at... What's going to happen when you get varicose veins when you're older?
But that's what I was worried about, because I was looking at them and I was like, God, that's definitely going to be
Your
a
hands.
nasty varicose vein.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about my aunt, and she had surgery to remove them. And I was like...
Remove her veins?
Well, remove that they're like protruding, I guess. Not remove them, but like do something. It was cosmetic.
Right.
But then I was thinking about like, God, imagine the surgeon.
I feel that was such a dumb, like, remove her veins. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God. How'd you go?
You removed her veins?
But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, too much vein chat. I'm getting hot.
Yeah. Feeling like
I'm getting sweaty. Right, Goose, what's your embarrassing story?
Mate, I didn't prepare my embarrassing story. I just can't.
Or just something that's happened. Or has there been a time that you've almost passed out? Because you're also very squeamish. But in different ways to me.
Yeah, like I don't like violence.
Yeah, like you don't mind like more gory stuff, but I don't know, you don't like gory stuff, but
no,
it's a very particular kind of thing that you don't like.
Anything to do with the neck. Anything to do with the neck. Because
whenever there's someone that like gets their throat slit, I'm like,
I literally
I can't deal with it.
My neck feels tingly.
Yeah,
it's like I'm allergic.
I'm like shrinking my neck. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm so weird about that. I heard something that's like, oh, in a past, whatever you feel weird about in a past life, that's how you died. And I was like, death by neck.
Death by neck.
That was me.
Well, if I feel weird about veins, what? Maybe that's why I
had your veins removed in a past life.
And that's how I died. Or I was going to say, maybe that's why we have such an affinity with Twilight. Neck, veins, vampires, bruv.
We can't get out of this box.
We can't. No, yeah.
Why try? We are Twilight.
We are Twilight. The segments that we've got this week are Crazy Confessions and Am I the Arsehole? I'm really excited to get into this. I was reading these stories, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to talk about this.
I realised I've only got one confession.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's a juicy one.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what's the craziest confession you've ever received? So this isn't the person themselves confessing, but someone confessed to them and they're now sharing it on Reddit.
Oh, my first thought was like in a parish in a confessions booth. Like this priest is like outing.
Just like leaking people's confessions. That would kind of make a great...
This is the worst confession I've ever heard. Like, listen to this Reddit. Like it's a Reddit, a priest Reddit page.
Yeah. Oh so my God. That would be a great like play or something, or like a TV series or...
A priest Reddit page of all the confessions he's heard.
And then it's like in the local village and people are like, oh, that sounds a bit like Sue. And like, do you know what I mean? Oh my God. And then like it just outs it. It's kind of like Gossip Girl, but a priest.
XOXO. Gossip priest.
Gossip priest. So Father Patrick.
Father Patrick's blog.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, I was working on the road for a company that warehoused oil and fuels. One day I came back and our brand new refinished bathroom was out of order. Went to the shift manager and said, "Hey, what happened?" She said the warehouse manager just came in and confessed that on his lunch break, he would go into the bathroom, pull out a pocket pussy, stick it to the sink and go to town on it. This time he went too hard and broke the sink off the wall. I've never laughed so hard in my life. What? I know. What the actual... The thing is that I think about this, right, is if you're in a communal bathroom...
Go on.
You're in a communal bathroom. There are stools in the
Yeah.
bathroom and urinals if it's a men's toilet.
Yeah.
Anyone, you can't lock. There's no lock on like a communal door that you can lock.
No.
Anyone at any point could walk in and you're going to town on a pocket pussy.
But also, you can buy pocket pussies? Let's talk about that. You can buy...
Yeah.
Oh, man, I should have known this.
Well, I guess...
Well, why should I have known that? I don't know.
Well, yeah. I guess I didn't know about that, but I knew about fleshlights.
I had no idea that's what a fleshlight meant.
No
Yeah.
way.
Because I'd heard it on rom-coms and stuff where they're like, I don't know, like, are you a flashlight or something? But
Are you a what? Are you a fleshlight?
But I had no idea that it's a pocket pussy.
Yeah, like a... You know what it looks like?
Not really.
What? Dude!
God, I'm so innocent.
So it's like...
Let me Google this.
Oh God, are you sure? Yeah, Google it, actually. I don't know how to verbally explain that.
Okay, everyone listening, all probably one people.
One
please
people.
Google pocket pussy.
Actually, I want to see what this looks like.
Whoa!
Looks like a packet of ham.
My God, that's...
That is weird.
That is... That's
That is so weird.
1998 on Amazon.
20 quid for a pocket pussy.
900 grams.
No, that's
900
so
grams
weird.
of pussy.
That-
Literally looks like a log of lamb. Roast that on a Spitfire. That is so vile. That
Oh,
is
that
so
one's got a
vile.
bumhole.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
You'd have to be so depraved to like...
Well, okay, so I remember back when I was at uni with my ex, and I remember talking to him and his group of friends about this. Because I was like, well, you know, girls will have dildos. Like, what's the difference between that and a fleshlight? And they were like, no. There's a massive difference. Guys who have fleshlights or whatever are weird. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, it's
Okay.
not standard for a dude to have that.
Okay.
I just thought, like, guys had them knocking about, like, you know.
Did you?
No. What? Me have a fleshlight?
Wait, you thought guys had them?
Yeah.
What? No,
Yeah, I didn't realise it was, like, weird. Does that make me
I-
weird?
I think that makes you weird.
No,
I
as in,
think
like...
it's not weird.
Obviously, I think it's, like, when I look at them, I'm like, that's fucking weird. But I didn't want to judge because I was like, well, you know, girls have fake willies. So, like...
It's very nice of you.
It was coming
No,
from
I
a place of compassion, not from,
Yeah.
I rate that and I would do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was
That's
my first confession.
harrowing, to say the
Yeah.
least.
Started off with a bang.
With a bang. Okay, this is the confession that I saw last year on TikTok
Yeah.
on one of those, like, the weird automated voice where they're talking about a Reddit story.
Mm.
And I sit there, I stand there, I brush my teeth, take my makeup off, and I listen to these, like, fucked up Reddit stories. And this one stuck with me. Okay,
I'm ready.
so there's a man, right? He lives with his mum. He's gay. He's dating. His mum doesn't know he's gay. And he wants to, like, keep it private from her because he's kind of, like,
Okay.
super in the closet about it.
Right.
So he starts dating this guy off a dating app. He's, like, a fair bit older. And they've been going out for, like, 3 years. I'm pretty sure it was 3 years. And he kept it secret from his mum the whole time. One time, he's out at a restaurant with his boyfriend. Bear in mind, they've been dating for 3 years, yeah? His mum, he sees her in the restaurant.
Oh my God.
And he's like, shit, she's gonna find out I'm gay. She spots them. Her face goes white. Like, all the blood drains from her face. She runs out, and he runs after her, and he's like, his boyfriend then spots the mum, freaks out. So the guy runs after his mum. He's like, I'm so sorry you had to find out like this. I'm gay. I've been dating this older guy. And she's like, no, that's your father that left you. And so he hasn't spoken to his boyfriend, who's his biological dad. And they've been dating for 3 years, doing all sorts. And he was writing this Reddit post from his room being like, I haven't come out of my room for 2 weeks. He was like,
Okay.
He's so...
How would, in 3 years, how would it not come up that you've got the same surname, or that, you know...
Well, he would have the surname of his mum. Because the dad left when he was young.
So they were like,
up to
we want nothing to do with this guy.
Yeah.
But don't you think they would have had like pillow talk, and like, he would have been like, yeah, my dad left when I was this old, and the other guy could have been like, oh yeah,
But maybe he's so ashamed of having a son that he abandoned that he just never said.
Did he know he had a son?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No.
shit.
No. Isn't that so like...
Oh my god. He got with his dad.
Yeah. That's the fattest confession I've ever... And also, how can he even talk to his mum?
Oh my
Got
god.
with his dad for 3 years.
Oh my god.
Leaves
You could
him
never
speechless.
recover.
No. The way he tells the story, though, it's like 20 minutes long.
You were engrossed.
I was engrossed.
I'm actually like stunned. I'm a bit speechless.
Yeah. It is... It's quite something.
Oh
So that was my big
my.
confession.
That was a good one.
It's so good.
It doesn't matter that you've only got one, because that was enough.
Yeah, that wasn't... Yeah.
Oh, my next one seems so silly compared to that. Oh my god.
It actually leaves you like a bit speechless.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say.
No.
Like,
I wasn't
I'm
sure what
just
to say.
reflecting on the
How this man's
situation.
life-
Yeah.
What would you do?
Oh god. I don't want to think about that.
What would you do in that situation?
I actually don't know what I would do.
No, I don't know.
I was like, I think I would have to like move countries and just like start a new life.
Go to therapy. Yeah, move countries, then go to therapy.
And they could be the only person that I told.
Yeah.
But imagine being the therapist in that session.
The therapist is speechless.
You're like, okay. That is mad. But I feel like there's a lot of like, am I wrong in thinking there's like a lot of like weird documentaries or like dating things where people like are in love with their own family members, or like attracted to their...
Texas, yeah.
In Texas.
Oklahoma.
Oh,
They're so weird. Stuff like marrying their cousins.
yeah.
So, but royal family's all inbred, isn't it?
Well, that's true.
All inbred.
Yeah.
Keep that bloodline blue.
Woo! Keep that blood blue.
Alright, give me now my the arsehole.
No, I need to do my last confession.
Oh, you got... Oh, yeah, you do, yeah.
And then we'll move on to that.
Alright.
Okay. Well, this is so dumb compared to what... Because I just saw this and I was like, that's hilarious.
No, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel a bit
That one was a
like...
bomb.
I know. I was like... At first I was like... And then I'm like... I actually feel a bit... I'm having a crisis.
All over again.
Yeah. You know the biscuit.
Do a biscuit.
Okay. I just thought this was so funny because it kind of like really captures like the weird shit you do when you're a kid. Not that I did this, because I think this is really weird, but I'm sure I did something that was equally quite weird.
Okay.
When I was younger, I used to sniff the sofas guests at my house sat in to see if they were dirty or not. And then description. It was like, me and my siblings did this a lot and would laugh, mostly because the uncles had the couches smelling slightly musty, but all the aunts left nothing but a nice perfume scent. And then someone commented like, that's funny, I had a cousin who used to get down and smell my farts. And then someone else commented like, what? But I just thought that was so funny that like this group of kids would like, they'd have like a family gathering and then people would get up off the sofa and they'd go and sniff the sofa and be like, Uncle Stinky, or like whatever.
That's so children are so weird.
Children are so
like,
weird.
The things that go through your head as a child is
bizarre.
Bizarre.
It is bizarre.
So I guess you're figuring out the world.
You're like,
you're also like,
I'm gonna sniff that.
I need to sniff these sofas.
Yeah. And that's so funny. Uncle stinks, bro.
Musky perfume.
Yeah.
Oh, what was a weird thing you did as a kid?
I was trying to like reflect on this after I read that.
Did I tell you about the rocks that I collected once?
Oh my god,
I
no.
might have told you, but
maybe.
It was on this beach on like, you know, one of those like British family holidays in Cornwall or something.
Classic.
And I was like, I saw these rocks and they were like translucent. I was like, that is the prettiest rock I've ever seen.
How old were you?
Oh, last week. I think I was like 6, quite young.
Yeah.
6 or 7, wild guess, but I hope I was 6 or 7. So I was putting them in this bucket and I was collecting all these like translucent rocks. And I went over to my mum and I was like, look, all these rocks I found. And she was like, Bibi, there's a jellyfish.
Yes, I remember that.
So I was raw dogging, like pick the rocks off.
Raw dogging. I hope not. That would be concerning.
I was firming it. And so fucking middle class. I was firming it.
I was firming it. No cap.
No cap, brother. And picking up these jellyfish with my bare hands.
Were they dead or alive?
I think they were dead.
If they're all washed up. Yeah.
Washed up.
Otherwise.
Jellyfish genocide.
Jeez.
In my bucket.
In my bucket.
That's not even.
You know what though? I can imagine as a kid seeing that and being like, wow, like what is that?
I remember in my head being like, I've stumbled across the most, like David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most incredible finding.
Yeah.
On the beach.
On the beach. That's so funny. I'm trying to think of like weird stuff I did. It was all just like, I don't know, I drew on the walls a lot. I was naughty.
Oh, that's not good.
I got a smack mum for that.
Your mum told me off for the glass in my pocket.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
That stayed with me for 2 years. When I was collecting glass, put it in my pocket. Your mum was childminding me. She was like, what's that in your pocket? Shards of glass that I just thought I'd pick up.
That
And
is
I was like,
dangerous.
oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And then she was like, why do you have this in your pocket? I was like, I didn't put it there. Jacob did.
Oh my god, yeah,
And
you
then
blamed
Jacob-
it on someone else.
Jacob gets expelled.
Yeah, but I didn't know Jacob got expelled. Yeah. Which Jacob?
Naughty Jacob. Primary school. Naughty Jacob.
No, there were 2 Jacobs. One was good, one was bad.
Good Jacob and naughty Jacob.
He got expelled.
Well, I think he got expelled because he then mysteriously the next week moved to Wales to start a new school because everyone thought he put glass in my pocket.
Bibi.
Jacob, if you're out there, I'm so sorry. It's haunted me for 20 years.
Oh my god.
It actually, like, I feel like I was the downfall of Jacob in primary school.
He's going to be listening to this like, god damn it.
I knew it. Locked up in a cell.
Yeah. Well, speaking of, I guess, like, on this thread of the things that we did when we were younger and, like, lying about things, one of my, like, favourite stories that I think it was either you or Tilly recently actually revealed to him that I did this. It was about Hugh.
That was me.
I was...
Yeah, so
So-
not sorry.
So, when we were on a year 6 trip to France... We went to like I don't know. No, it wasn't the south. It was not the south of France. It was like It was like weird France.
It was weird.
It was like weird France.
Yeah, like in the boonies.
In the boonies.
Yeah, have you heard that phrase?
No. What the fuck is that?
It's like the American slang for countryside.
It was in the French boonies.
It was in the French boonies, bro.
And we stayed in this like massive weird, almost like abandoned school vibe to sleep. Do you remember that?
We did.
It was really weird. It was kind of creepy.
And the head teacher, we all used to play our DSs at night, and the head teacher's pet, gave her DS, Sarah. Gave Mrs. Reeves the DS.
Shut.
Mrs. Reeves pretended to be an online
Oh my god, yeah, on the Picto chat. On Picto chat.
And she would come in and be like, Bibi, off the DS, like, because she knew I was on Picto chat.
That is unreal.
Savage.
So the head teacher catfished and joined our chat room. That's actually kind of fucking weird.
That's really, like, why do you care that much?
Also, like, I wonder what we were talking about. That must be quite entertaining, to be fair.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Picto chat was the best. Anyway, Hugh, yeah. So, year 6, French boonies. We go on one of the days to an area that was where some of the trenches were in World War II.
Yeah.
We are on this, like, tour. I remember it really well, actually. It was like, I remember being like, wow, this is like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And we're like in a trench.
Yeah.
We're standing
in a trench.
In a trench. We're like a bunch of 10-year-olds. The trench is like way above our heads. Mm-hmm. We're in a trench.
Yeah.
I fart. And I thought it was discreet, but a smell starts to spread.
Gas in the trenches.
Yeah, literally. Then everyone's like, who farted? Or like something like there's a commotion beginning about this fart.
Yeah.
That everyone, I don't know if they heard it or smelled it. I feel like it was the smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Knowing me, it was the smell. And then I'm like, and everyone's kind of like looking at me a bit, and I'm like, Hugh. Oh, Hugh, that stinks. And everyone's like, oh, Hugh. And like everyone blames Hugh. And he's like, it wasn't me. But everyone believed it was him. And I fully passed it off onto Hugh. Flash forward 20 years.
Yeah.
Or like 15 years, or however long it is. You see him at a house party like a year or two ago.
Yeah. And I was like, I'd had a bit to drink. I was like, Hugh, listen, I've got a confession.
You've got a confession. It wasn't yours to confess.
So I remember when you farted in the trenches on that French school trip.
Did he remember?
No.
Oh, that's disappointing.
No, really disappointing. I would have thought it would like keep him up at night,
Yeah, in a way I would have hoped for a more like him to be like, yeah. And you're like, it was weave. And she blamed it on
the thing
you.
that started my villain era.
Yeah. And I'd want like a DM that's like, oh fuck, how could you do this to me? You don't know the pain you've caused me. But oh well.
That's how I found God. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is now very religious.
Yeah.
So.
But, obviously he didn't impact him. But
yeah.
Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Right, moving on.
Right.
Our next segment, Am I the Arsehole? Goose, do you want to kick it off?
Right. Okay. This one's so weird.
Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for giving my daughter a stuffed bear filled with human hair?
What?
My 33 male wife, 31 female, and I just had our... Yeah, sorry, that was really weirdly phrased.
I didn't get it.
So he's 33 male.
Oh, this is from the husband's perspective?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
And then the wife's 31 female.
Okay.
And I just had our daughter, our first child, 3 months ago. My family has a tradition where the firstborn will get a special stuffed animal. I got one from my mother when I was born, and got one from her mother, who got one from her father, and so on, and so on.
And so on.
The reason that it's special is because the stuffing is made from their parents' hair.
What? No.
The way it works is that once the child is old enough to start getting their hair cut, their parent will save as much of their hair as they can.
No.
When the child becomes a parent themselves, a new grandparent will use the saved hair to make a stuffed animal to give to the baby. The hair in the toy represents a new parent's connection to the child, and blah blah blah. He talks about family history. After my daughter was born, my mother spent a lot of time making a stuffed bear from scratch to fill with my childhood hair. She just finished last week.
Since my leave from work is just about over, I was excited to give my daughter the bear and share the tradition with my wife. I thought she would think it was sweet, but she blew up at me. Instead of liking the bear, my wife said it was gross and disgusting and that she wouldn't have it around her daughter. I told her that it's our daughter, not hers, and that there's nothing disgusting about my family's tradition. She said it was unhygienic. I told her that it's not. The hair is clean and well preserved. We argued. And eventually she said if I ever put that thing near her daughter, that she would throw it in the trash. I was shocked. This is something that represents decades of my mother's work and planning, and generations of my family's history. I told my wife that if she's so cruel and callous about something that means so much to me and my family, then she's not the person I thought she was. She just called my family's tradition weird and culty. I didn't know what to do. I didn't think my wife was this kind of person. I told my mother about the fight, and now she's feuding with my wife too.
Oh, God.
My wife then got her family involved for calling me some vulgar names. But am I really an arsehole for wanting to give my special girl her special bear? Discuss.
Oh, there's a lot to discuss. What the hell?
Firstly, it is weird. It feels weird.
I think hair really grosses me out.
Hair's a bit weird.
Hair's gross.
Even when you get a haircut.
Yeah, and you see the hair on the floor and you're like, ugh.
You wouldn't want to stuff that into a bear.
Why would you want to, like, also, when you're going to get your hair cut, you have to say to the person, like, to the hairdresser, oh, can you just stick that in a bag for me? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's awkward.
That's
like,
so true.
Like, what are they thinking you're doing with that? Like,
yeah. Yeah, if you could collect that up and just
put a little
get it
bit.
to go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hey, go to go.
Take away hair?
Take away. Yeah, I mean, I am very aware we're called No Judgement Zone, but we did say we're going to give our unsolicited opinions.
Yeah.
I feel like I do think that's gross.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's an arsehole. I don't think that's
No.
arsehole at all. I think that's just, you've got a bit of a weird family tradition.
Yeah.
It's not going to float everyone's boat.
Yeah. He should have known it was unconventional enough to discuss this with his wife.
Yeah.
Who
Pre-baby?
Pre-baby.
Do you think? That's quite a random thing to bring up, being like, before we, they're getting steamy. They're like, let's make a fucking baby.
Before we take this off.
Yeah, before
I
we
gotta
take...
tell you a little
Yeah,
something. So my family.
yeah. We get these bears. And
So
my
I moved to LA.
mom, yeah.
You see that?
My father's mom.
They take the hair and they put it in the stuffed bear.
It's not that weird, It's just traditions.
Lie there naked, like.
She's like, what the hell?
Well.
That,
But also,
yeah.
like, if a family's got a strange tradition like that, you would have seen signs that they're also a bit weird.
But if
before
you
that,
don't think it's
surely.
strange, you wouldn't feel the need to disclose it.
True.
Like, there could be something that you do in your family that you think is so normal that you don't think twice about it. But then your partner... But then your, like, future partner could be like, that is fucking weird.
That's
and you
true.
just, like... If you don't know it's
That's
weird,
true.
then it's not going to be in your consciousness,
That's true. Because every family is probably a bit weird.
Yeah, every family is weird. Everyone's got
Everyone's
their
a
weird
bit weird.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I think hair stuffing bears is...
I wouldn't go as far. Okay, it's like if, he's perfect, but. He's perfect, but.
His family
His
stuffs
family
bears
stuff-
with hair.
with it and passes it on to generations.
With your mom's hair, your grandma's hair. Yeah, okay,
Mom's
he's perfect,
mom's
but
hair.
he's perfect, but he stuffs bears with hair. Go. Yay or nay?
If it was Ryan no.
You always do this.
Okay.
The bar is if he was Ryan Gosling.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
get it because you've got
If
to
he
be
was
like,
Jack Martin.
oh, the TikTok guy.
Jack Martin, if I know you're cuffed, but
What's cuffed?
he's got a girl.
Cuffed.
Cuffed, yeah, you never heard that.
No.
Like it's cuffing season.
Cuffing.
Yeah.
As in like handcuffed.
I'm not sure.
Cuffing.
Cuffing.
I don't know if I like that. He's cuffed.
It's cuffing season. And you just... Anyway.
We digress. He's cuffed, but
Yeah.
if you're watching these.
So he's Jack Martin.
Okay.
I would absolutely still be like, that's fine.
Yeah, I get you. If he's like my, Jim Halpert.
Jim Halpert or Paul Mescal.
Paul Mescal can stuff what he likes. I'm there.
He can stuff anything.
He can stuff anything. Hair, no hair, I don't care. I want to be that
hair on there.
Yeah, no. I don't think he's an
Yeah.
arsehole at all. I just think it's a bit fucking weird.
Just a bit weird.
Just a bit weird.
That's harmless.
I think, do you know what, actually? Actually, I was going to say, I think his wife's being an arsehole. She's not being an arsehole.
She's a bit. She said it's weird and culty.
Yeah, I feel like you could be
She's not talking
like...
to him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think calling him and his family culty is a bit deep.
Bit mean.
Yeah, like...
If someone called your family weird and culty, I'd be like, yeah, fair, but like, don't
Allow.
just say it. Like,
Yeah,
allow.
allow it. I think, yeah, you want to, she should have communicated more like, okay, I'm not sure I'm on board with that, but tell me more about it and why it's so important to you.
Yeah.
Hear them out.
Go in
Because
with
if,
compassion.
yeah, if you love them,
Yeah.
you want them to be happy. You want to, and you need a balanced a balance of both families' traditions.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
it's your joint child.
Yeah. There was a really funny comment on it.
Oh, I love the comments are better than the
It's so
the
good.
stories.
They said, gonna take a bag of pubes to Build-A-Bear tomorrow to make something nice for the wife.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Take a bag of peas to Build-A-Bear. Oh my god, Build-A-Bear. I used to love that
Build-A-Bear,
place.
yeah.
God. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Bear full of hair, not a fan.
Not a fan, but I wouldn't... Listen, if my husband really wants to give our child a bear full of hair...
And it means that much to
it
him.
means that much to him. If it's a family tradition that's gone on for
Do you know what? I'm
decades,
kind
it's
of
not really his
getting
fault.
weirdly on board with it.
I'm kind of... The more we talk
The
about
more we
it,
talk about it,
I'm
I'm
like,
like, you do you, babe.
fair.
You do you.
It's starting to feel normal now.
Yeah.
Now I am. And it's only been, 2 minutes?
This is the cult.
This is the cult. This is the cult.
This is the cult.
Whoa.
It is still weird, but I'm getting more
Yeah.
like, but it's his,
Yeah.
it's his thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not harming anyone. It's just a bit fucking weird.
harmless.
Bit gross.
Yeah.
I don't really want generations of my family's hair and a bear.
Yeah. I wonder what the child... They should do an update when the child's old enough to understand what's going on and actually get their opinion involved.
I just had this thought of when they do really serious documentaries and they're sat down in a very plain dark room and there's a light on their face and they're like, yeah, so sorry. It's really hard to talk about.
I was a child of the hair family.
Yeah. Hair Bear.
New Netflix original.
Yeah. Hair Bear coming this fall. Oh my god.
I would watch the shit
I would
out
watch
of
that. Okay, next, am I the arsehole? Okay, this one is kind of crazy juicy.
Okay.
And yeah, I wanted to discuss because I was like, damn. So, am I the arsehole for considering postponing my wedding after I saw how my fiance talks about me in his group chat?
Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Okay. Hi everyone. I hope you guys could give me some insight and help with this situation. Me, 24 female, and my soon-to-be husband, 24 male, have been together since we were both 17. He was my first everything, first boyfriend, first kiss. He took my virginity, literally my first for everything. He proposed after I graduated nursing school, and I've never been happier. I know everyone says this, but there's literally been zero problems and zero red flags. Which I already think is a bit of a red flag, but
Yeah.
I wanted to play this game he has on his iPad because I've become borderline addicted to it. As I was playing it, I saw a text from his group chat pop up. I ignored it, then another came up with one of his friends saying, I'd marry a BJQ. I got confused, so I decided to open it. I'm going to stop at this point. How do you feel about the fact that she opened the message?
Fair.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really against people checking people's phones.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's fucked.
I think if the woman checks the man's phone, it's fine. If the man checks the woman's phone,
Really? That is so not diplomatic or balanced.
Have I ever been diplomatic or balanced?
Yeah, fair enough. I think that, like, I think if you're checking people's messages, you're kind of
screwed anyway.
You're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But actually, in what she found, in a way, I don't know. This group chat is only men. Some are my childhood friends too, and we hang out with these people multiple times a week. My husband sent a pros and cons list about me. I copied it, sent it to me, deleted the evidence, and here's the list. Pros: sexually eager and blowjobs whenever I want. Big tits, big ass, big thighs, and a flat stomach. Doesn't let herself become frumpy and ugly. Funny and smart. Good cook and baker. Cons: has a lot of animals. Doesn't always keep our place clean. Laughs too loud. Vulgar and crude. Has bad breath in the mornings. Spends too much time at the gym.
She sounds like a legend.
In it, and then she's like,
Too many animals and laughs too loud. Yeah, fam.
yeah.
Sounds great.
Then she's like, is the list that bad? It made my stomach drop and I've just felt this impending dread ever since discovering it. The cons aren't that bad, but it feels so objectifying with the pros list. And as I scrolled up and read more, the worse it got. He talked to them about how he thinks I lied about being a virgin when we met because I'm too eager and wanting to try too many things, and even bragged about how he has a folder on his phone of videos and photos of me and us. Everybody dared him to send it, but he said no. But how can I be sure he didn't send it anyways, and deleted the evidence? How bad is that? As if she thinks that she's the arsehole for considering postponing the wedding after seeing that. Also, I want to talk about this pros and cons list because it's actually vile. Like, all of the pros about her are the most, like, misogynistic, objectifying things.
Misogynistic.
It's basically like...
her body and how she cooks.
Literally. Her body
I'm sorry, are we in the 50s?
Literally. The cons are having bad breath in the mornings. I'm sorry, does your breath smell like fucking daisies? I bet it fucking doesn't.
It's the morning.
It's the morning.
And he has bad breath in the morning too.
Vulgar and crude, rich coming from you with that pros list.
Yeah.
Spends
too much time in the gym. I'm sorry, but you were just praising her flat stomach and her...
and then like she's at the gym too much.
Yeah, it's
flawed on every level.
Yeah.
And then being like, there was another thing that I was like,
that's so scary.
Doesn't always keep our place clean. Again, I'm sorry, is that her job to do that all the time?
Yeah. He can. I'm sorry. You can clean too.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like,
that's so scary.
Call off the wedding.
Call it off.
Call it off.
The fact that she's like, it's been green flags to the point of them getting married.
Quite young as well.
Yeah. And no signs of him being a twat like that.
But then talks about you like that.
Yeah. But locker room talk, honestly, do you think with locker room talk, men actually mean what they say to their bros?
No.
Because I don't think they mean it.
They feel like
he's just
he's showing off, swinging his dick, and they all do that. They're like apes,
mm-hmm.
and they think that they're like so funny and but then we hold the power. But then do we? Because
I felt like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but I feel like
please love me.
If she broke up with him, he'd be like, I'm sorry, I love you, I love you. Do you know what I mean? Like then he'd grovel.
Yeah.
But they just want to
John
be.
Tucker must die. You know, he's in the locker room, being like, I'm gonna pork and cork.
Pork and cork. That's what he says.
Yeah. Pork it and cork it.
Ew, that's so gross.
And then he's like proper just swinging his dick for the lads.
Yeah, exactly. But he's like, here's my watch. It means so much to me.
My first ever girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's so weird how men perform for each other.
They really do.
They really perform.
Girls do for each other as well, though, I guess. When it's not like...
But not for our friends.
No, not for friends.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know if guys... Well, that is their, like, best friend homie group chat. So I'm like...
Yeah, they perform for their besties.
Yeah.
We perform for women that we're not like.
That we actually don't like.
Yeah.
How weird. That's the difference. Really weird.
Such a paradox.
It is. Men, I don't understand either of us, to be honest.
But I don't think they understand us.
No.
We're all out here like, what that are you?
Trying to communicate like,
What are you?
yeah, what are you? Do you have another Am I the Arsehole?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. And then I've got another
Okay,
one.
this one's really silly.
Okay, love.
I weirdly feel like this is something you'd you'd
Something
do.
I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh no, it's I chose a different one in the end. Actually, the other one was about spaghetti, but this one.
And that's the one I would do.
yeah, you'd be a spaghetti girl.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was about like she had spaghetti, and she always liked. She always liked to have spaghetti, so she was.
What?
She liked it to be like cooked with pasta, like red pasta sauce, but then to wash off the pasta sauce so she could just slightly taste the sauce.
Ew, why would I
So it's
do
really
that?
I don't know.
What the fuck? That makes me feel sick.
It's like something really particular that she won't budge on. So her boyfriend had to like make her spaghetti that way. Then he revealed to her a year later that he was making it this whole time without the sauce at all and wasn't even washing off the sauce. And she was like, do I break up with him?
No, I think that's good. That's like good exposure therapy. So she didn't know and she was fine.
He just shouldn't have said anything.
No.
He should have carried on the lie if he was going to
Because
do
what a
it.
waste.
Yeah.
Buying tomato sauce and then washing it off.
Yeah,
So what, you're
weird.
eating
It is
cold,
weird.
watery...
Yeah, but she said, I think, she was like, oh, it's how my dad always made it, like a sentimental...
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues.
Correct.
Okay,
That's like
but-
the most niche daddy issue thing I've ever heard. Normally it's related to like something completely different.
Yeah.
That's how I like my spaghetti. That's so weird.
Okay, but the one I chose is, am I the arsehole for pointing out to my friends that they're not famous?
That's
funny.
jokes.
My friends are dating, and they're also actors who have had small roles on a few TV shows, like up to 2 lines. Neither of them has a following in real life or on social media. They've got under 1,500 followers combined.
Oh.
Anyway, last week I posted a group picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. Everyone in the photo has their arms around each other's shoulders. Very platonic. Anyway, yesterday in a group chat among the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they don't want the public to know that they're dating. I would consider taking it down if they looked bad or sloppy, but they don't. Also, everyone has their arms around each other, not just them. I asked what they meant, and they said they didn't want to end up in gossip rags. I pointed out that they're not famous, and that they don't even have functioning IMDb pages. They were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they're delusional, but they've been texting me demanding I remove it, and even sent me screenshots of them reporting it. Nothing happened, in brackets. At this point, I don't even want to be their friend. However, and probably because I'm an arsehole, I don't want to delete it based solely on principle.
That is so funny.
So funny.
I don't think they're an arsehole at all.
I think
their friends
hilarious.
are arseholes.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, 2 lines in a TV show, and like to be like, I don't want the public finding out about our relationship.
Yeah, that is dumb.
I feel like there are so many people out there like that.
Yeah,
though.
I was gonna say. I feel like, yeah.
We know.
I was gonna say, we know of you, but then I was like, that's too shady. But yeah,
Yeah.
literally, like, we do.
What would you do if I started acting like I was famous?
I'm like, get out your ass, bro. What are you on about? I think even if you were famous, I'd like have a bit of I'd have a bit where like I'd be like, well, who do you think you are, bro? Like even if you were like insanely famous, I'd be
I was
like,
like Angelina Jolie.
yeah. And he'd be like, oh god, that person's looking at me, and I'm like, no, they're not. They're looking at me.
I'm like, get your head out your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one was
I don't know. I just think you're
hilarious.
too conscious of being an arsehole to do that.
Oh yeah, overly.
Like
conscious.
I think even if you started to get quite famous, you don't strike me as the kind of person that it would go to your head.
Sorry, what did you say? About me being famous? I feel like if I got famous as a child,
You would have been a prick.
prick.
Yeah.
Because I was already a prick when I was a kid. I thought I was the Messiah for a year.
For a year?
I thought I was the chosen one.
That is so funny.
So imagine that on top of fame,
like actual fame.
actual fame. I'm so amazed by child actors that come out the other end like normal.
There aren't many though. And I get it. Because if I was famous when I was a kid, I'd be so fucked up. Like,
but also, you wouldn't actually be able to do anything for yourself because everyone does it for you. And then...
But you'd also have no concept of, like, reality.
No.
Like, they don't
No.
know the freedom of going to Tesco.
Yeah.
And getting sweets with your mates on a Friday night.
I couldn't give that up for fame or money.
Yeah.
Go to Tesco Anonymous.
Yeah, go to Tesco Anonymous.
I've always thought, though, celebrities that go out and they're like, oh, I keep getting approached. You've got enough money to get a good wig and a good prosthetics nose and a fat suit. Just become someone else and go out.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
But, like, that's quite peak. Like, every time that you want to leave the house, you have to, oh, fucking hell, I've got to spend 2 hours.
Put the fat suit on.
Put the fat suit on, the wig and the prosthetic nose. Like, that's quite a lot. Just to, like...
Get a cheap one, shove it on.
Yeah.
And get
But
some
that's
sunglasses
why
and
I
a
guess
hat.
they all live in, like, Hollywood or, like, pockets of
Yeah.
New York or London where everyone's the same. Everyone's famous.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, Smina Smay, that's Bradley Cooper, whatever.
True.
You know?
I feel like it's such a small price to pay, though, to be approached by people.
Is
You
it
have fame
your
and money.
freedom?
Yeah, but, bruh, anyone could stop being famous at any time. Just stop putting work out.
But it would never take away, like, their previous fame. Because, like, for example, back to Twilight. Think of Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I feel like he did not do a lot for quite a long time after that. But, am I wrong?
I don't know, actually.
I just feel like post-Twilight, he, like, really tried to, like, get away from
He
that.
was so desperate to reinvent himself.
Yeah.
And he did, successfully,
And he did.
I think.
But
Still
he's
an
always
icon.
going to be Edward.
I don't know why he hates Twilight so much, though. Because, like, that made him.
Yeah, respect your roots, bro.
Twilight made him.
Who would you be without
Who
it?
would you be without the teenage girls that licked your ass?
That licked your
You wouldn't be as
ass.
famous as... You know, you wouldn't have been Batman.
Yeah,
Come
innit?
off the back of Twilight. You know what I mean?
Edward walked so Batman could run. I was trying to get it the right way around. You would not be Batman without Edward.
You would not. It's like chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
Except
It's
it's
not.
Because it's very black and white.
Very black and white. There's no, or would there be Batman, would there be egg? It's, there was Edward, and then there was Batman. And I think that's a great
Very
progression.
Great
Edward's a Batman,
progression.
slay.
Great progression. Kristen Stewart as well done a great job.
Great job.
Did she win an Oscar?
I don't know.
She did that Diane, whatever.
Oh yeah, I never saw
Yeah.
that.
No, nor did I.
What's Taylor Lautner up to?
Good question.
Yeah.
What is Taylor Lautner up to? Not a lot. Probably.
Not a lot. I'm trying to think who else is in that film.
Michael Sheen. Michael Sheen is in that film.
The Welsh guy.
Yeah. He's one of the vampires.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Slay for him.
Slay for him. That's the pinnacle.
Go
of
off,
his
Michael.
career.
That's crazy. As soon as you said that, I was like, I can
Yeah, you
literally
know.
see it.
Yeah.
That's fucking random.
So random.
That's a really random casting.
So many random celebs in there.
Yeah. Anna Kendrick, always forget that she's in it.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. She did
She's
well
not-
for herself.
She did. Apparently she's not very nice though. Yeah.
In what way?
Arrogant. Got to her head. See,
Mm.
when we're rich and famous, can't let it get.
You gotta let it get to your head. If you ever see Anna Kendrick at the Oscars, she'll be like, you chat shit about me on your fucking podcast.
Like, no.
No, I love you, I love you, I love you.
No, I love you. Let me kiss your foot.
Okay. The
Right.
last Am I the Arsehole?
Okay.
This one cracked me up. Okay. I went on a double date with my sister, Jamie, 24, and her new boyfriend, Paul, 25-ish.
Sorry.
This is a girl, and she went on a date with her sister and her sister's new boyfriend.
Okay.
We went to an Italian place. Paul goes on about how the word for red in Italian is marinara. And the word for white is Alfredo. So that's how he remembers the sauce names. So Marinara's red, Alfredo's white. Legend. I told Paul that I took Italian in high school and it's rosso and bianco. It even says so on the wine menu. Paul started yelling at me and calling me wrong. Those are the names for wines, not colours. My husband showed him on Google the translation for red and white. Paul told my sister he was leaving and called us stupid arseholes and how wrong we were. Paul and my sister left without paying their bill or even getting any food. When we asked the server, he said the drinks are no problem and not to worry about it. My sister texted me later and said, "Why do you always think that you have to be right?" and that she embarrassed Paul and it was immature of her husband. She said that we didn't have to argue with him over something so silly. She called my husband and bullied him. I don't get that. She told me that I don't have to say to people when they are wrong and embarrass them in public like that. Am I the asshole for correcting someone at dinner?
Oh my god.
I know. How...
Went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, literally.
Went from like silly alfresco to...
Alfresco. Like, this guy is like, Marinara's red, Alfredo means white. And it's like, well, no, that's not how you say the colours. I don't think that she's an asshole for correcting him. I think Paul's got some issues that he needs to look into.
Paul's got some issues.
Like, getting that vexed about pasta sauce.
He's perfect.
You've got to look a bit deeper.
He gets vexed about pasta sauce.
Okay, it's Ryan Gosling, but he's convinced that marinara means red and Alfredo means white.
And he gets really like...
And he raged at your family. Because Dusty correct... Bibi! That's hot.
Ryan, like,
you love
stormed
an
out.
angry man. It's a bit alarming.
Yeah. Missing a tooth, I'm missing my panties.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah.
You're like...
If Ryan
That's
was great...
alarming behaviour, no?
No, that is alarming, actually. No.
I think if Paul Mescal did that, I'd be like, see you later.
Really?
Yeah.
You break up with Paul over that?
I wouldn't break up with him, but I'd be like, we need to have a good...
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I'm like, communication first, but we need to have a good chat. And if he was adamant and he continued to behave that way, I'd be like, see you later.
Really?
Yeah. I can't be having someone shouting at my family for their own fucking stupid mistake. If you genuinely believe marinara means red and Alfredo means white, we got big issues.
I think if that was the only thing.
Okay, yeah, he's perfect, but...
Yeah,
No, but this isn't just pasta
No,
sauce.
but this isn't just the only
This is
thing.
anger issues. And not being able to take someone else's input or insight or
Yeah.
facts.
No, on a real life level.
Yeah.
That is a marinara flag.
That was great. That is a marinara flag. Well done. That was great. That was great.
I can end this now.
SNL. See you next week. That's a marinara flag if I ever seen one. Literally.
Oh, God.
That was so funny.
No, that's... Whew. But also, it's the fact that, like, when people get into relationships and they just see marinara and they... Sorry. and all they can see, like, they don't see objectively. They just see from their partner's side and they're just like, how could you upset my boo?
Actually, yeah, you're right. Do you know what? The biggest arsehole in all this? The sister. Hot take. Plot twist.
The sister is the arsehole.
She is the arsehole.
She brought him into the family.
And she's allowing him to chat like that to her family,
Her
bruv.
sister.
Nah. You got to put Paul in his fucking place.
You do, you go.
Google Translate.
Yeah.
Idiota.
Yeah. I wonder what that conversation was after they left the restaurant.
Oh my god. Let's play it
I'm
out.
like, baby. Okay. I'm going to be the marinara man.
You're Paul.
Okay.
I'm Jamie. Paul, what's wrong?
No, babe, it's just like marinara really does.
Why is he Irish?
Paul Mescal.
Oh, his name's Paul. It's perfect.
Paul.
Oh my god, play it as Paul
Okay.
Mescal.
No, it's just the...
No, he's
No.
way more like moody than that. He's like, no,
no.
it's just that, like...
Oh, that's a really good one, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just like marinara is right. I've known that my whole life. And when I
you know, when I think of white, I'm al fresco, you know?
Alfredo.
Alfredo. What's al fresco?
Alfresco is like going al fresco. Like,
What?
I don't know. It's like something about a party or something.
Is it?
Al fresco. No. Al fresco means eating outside.
Oh.
Definition of al fresco. Because they're talking about Alfredo, like chicken Alfredo, like white sauce.
Alfredo is white sauce.
Al
I thought al fresco
fresco
was white sauce.
No. Al fresco, eating in the open air.
Wow, al fresco. Huh. I've learned a lot of things today.
Anyway, Paul,
Anyway.
action.
I don't like that. You know, I know my Italian. I've been doing Italians after school classes for at least a week. Sure, it's one a week. I've only had one,
But I'm right.
but I'm right.
I know I'm right. And if one more fucking idiot tells me that Alfredo, I'm saying it wrong now. That Alfredo does not mean white.
Babe, your face has gone marinara.
I'm sorry, it really upsets me. It's hard for me to talk about, you know.
Babe,
Turd.
sometimes you've just gotta wave the Alfredo flag and admit defeat.
But I'm not wrong. They're wrong. Google lies. Everyone knows that.
Okay, babe. You're right.
My sister's a bitch.
My sister's a raging bitch.
I want you to never speak to them again. I'm your world now.
It's like him and normal people.
Yeah.
I'm your world now. And scene.
And scene.
Oh, we need to do improv.
We do. I can't wait to go to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the first episode of No Judgement Zone. Full of judgment.
Full chock-a-block. full of
Chock a
judgment.
block. Fucking full to the brim.
We should just name it Judgment Zone.
Yeah, maybe we should actually change it. Thank you for tuning into our first episode. Hope
Thanks,
you
guys.
enjoyed it. And as the episodes go on, we have actually got an email address
Oh, yeah.
that we really want you guys. Well, you have Instagram as well, No Judgement Zone Pod.
Yeah.
And our email address is nojudgmentzonepod@outlook.com.
Yes.
We would love for you to send your confessions, am I the asshole, situations, advice,
Yeah.
like anything, questions, things you want us to discuss, like literally fucking anything.
Yeah. We're here
We're here
on this very sofa.
on this very sofa, week after
discussing
week,
your problems.
Yeah.
Every week.
and revealing our own. Until
Over
next
and out.
time.